Hello, everyone. Good evening to you all. If you are doing anything, whatever you're doing at the moment, please just drop it now because I have a very sweet news, a very good news for you all. Baba Ijesha has finally been sentenced. For those of you who have been giving lame excuses for this man who is a pedophile, who molested a minor, here is a proof for you to know that, these things cannot just go unpunished. And I'm finally very happy. It was such a bittersweet experience for me, very sweet for me, and of course, bitter for Baba Ijesha, because today he has to go to prison. He was sent to prison for 16 years today. And finally, this is a very major case, because he's such a very popular person. And the lamest of all the excuses that people were giving was that, oh, it was a setup. It was a setup. As long as there was no gun to his head in that video, my dears, he did what he wanted to do. So, anyway, enough of the ranting. Before we go into the details of today's news, if you haven't subscribed to this video, please go ahead and subscribe. Hit the like button. Most importantly, click on the notification bell so that you can get notified whenever we post a new video. Without further ado, let's dive straight into the details of today's news. Justice Oluwatoyin Taiwo of Anikeja Special Offences Court on Thursday held that Nollywood actor Olariwaju James alias Baba Ijesha, convicted for defiling a 14-year-old, took his acting too far. Another lame excuse that a lot of people were giving was that, oh, it was acting, or they will say, oh, it was a setup. They planned for him. Even if they planned for him, that was how he wanted it to play out. That was the behavior he had. If there was no video, if there was nothing there, he would have carried on the same way, and he would have done what he did. Anyway, let's continue. The news agency of Nigeria, NAN, reports that Taiwo sentenced Baba Ijesha to 16 years imprisonment for defiling a minor. The judge sentenced the convict to 5 years imprisonment on count 2, 3 years on count 3, 5 years on count 4, and 3 years on count 5 of the 6-count charge he faced. She, however, says that the sentencing, which must take effect from July 14, should run concurrently. The defendant took his acting too far. Children are frequently preyed on because of their inability to defend themselves. However, the court is not distracted. The defendant abused the position of friendship, that is the position of friendship he had going with that woman. The case brings to the limelight various sexual assault cases in the society, despite the efforts of government and non-governmental organizations to sensitize the public on incessant cases of sexual assault. This is very sad. The behavior of the defendant is appalling, as this shows the length people can go in exhibiting the animalistic urge in them, she said. The judge remarked that the case attracted frivolous comments on social media because of the popularity of the actor. A lot of people were just saying nonsense. If the man wasn't popular, I'm very sure that a lot of people will have a very different opinion from that. And also, if it was their family member or someone they are close to, I'm very sure that their response or the comments will be a lot different. If it's not someone, if something is not, if a particular thing is not happening to your family member or someone that is very close to you, you don't really, have that very sensitive feeling towards that person. Not to even talk of the fact that this case is about a minor. Like, we're talking of a 14-year-old, a minor, a young girl, and I'm so glad that at last this case, you know, that Baba Ijesha got the punishment that he deserved, that this case, that he got to be sentenced to, to, um, he got to be sentenced to 16 years imprisonment, because this represents a lot of children out there. I'm telling you, a lot of people just grow up and just forget about what they went through when they were children. If you ask like 10 women out there of their experiences of this, you will hear a lot of things that they will say from family, is it from family members, from close family friends, and even outside, who defiled them just because their parents or guardian at that time trusted these people. These things comes from trusted people that the parents of these children have a lot of trust in to be able to leave their children around. But these days, parents better be careful, because there are a lot of pedophiles around, just praying, looking for little children to prey on and just have their way, because they know that these children will not see anything. And many a times, these children do not even know what is going on until they grow up and realize that men actually went through this, and I was actually defiled at this very young age. Lastly, before I go, if you're one of those that would always look for excuses, flimsy excuses for all these pedophiles, rapists out there, that, I don't know, it's as if they have supporters, or it's as if, many a times I just get into some kind of arguments with this kind of people, and they just start looking for excuses, like a way out for these people, trying to think for them, trying to give excuses, trying to turn the blame on the victim, And I just wonder that it means if you can say this, it means you're also a rapist. It means that you can also do this. It means that you are also a pedophile. So this is a sensitization message. If you're out there, please and please do not blame the victim. Do not blame the victim, because at the end of the day, it would just, intimidate these people from coming out to share their own story. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Drop a like for this video if you like it. I know you do. Most importantly, make sure you subscribe. I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.